even supposed to make it in the rap biz. They don't know what rap is, so give it up, become an actor or an actress.
Yeah. What's up? This is Golo Loco coming at y'all with another motherfucking nerdy hood review. And as you can see, I am missing my hair, most of it. I am currently in the army for training and shit, and I won't be back until April, May, something like that, after AIT. But you know, fuck it, it's my decision. Kind of sucks right now, but it's my decision because I don't have my facial hair. Anyways, this is about the motherfucking manga Trash. The manga is called Trash, and that name is really on point for this manga. It's created by Sanami Matoh. Sanami Matoh. I mean, I'm slaughtering the fucking name, but I'll put it in the description so you can see how it's spelled. It's about this crew, this group of people, and their motherfucking company is called Trash. Also, you know what I'm saying? Their job is just cleaning shit. Like, say for example, they get hired. They're kind of like maids in a way. They get hired to clean like a house. They only have to go in there, vacuum that bitch, mop that bitch, whatever it is, you know. That's what they do, you know. Or they get hired for like a building, clean the restrooms and all that shit. But their main thing to make money is stealing shit. So they're like the thieves of the fucking night. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's like the gist of it. But man, let me just tell you, this story is like, man, there's no smooth transition in this story, man. I feel like it just jumps all over the motherfucking place, man. That's what it feels like. But I'll tell you why. I like the way it jumps in a bit. The characters on here is this motherfucker. Like I can't even remember the fucking names, man, because some of these characters, actually, you know what? All these characters are forgettable in my opinion, you know, except for Bobby. But even him being in the story is pointless because he adds nothing to it. If he was taken out of the story, it wouldn't even fucking matter, because like I said, he doesn't add nothing to it. But he's also part of the cleaning crew, Bobby. Bobby, and then this dude, his name is Will Anderson, the kid. He's like one of the main characters. You got this motherfucker right here named Faith. This motherfucker's name is Guy. Like literally like a guy as his name, like a Street Fighter character, you know. And I'm not quite sure what this chick's name is, you know. Even if they said her name, I can't fucking remember it, and I don't feel like going in through the manga and looking it up right now, you know. But she's the boss of these two guys, Faith and Guy. She's the one that like gets the jobs in the houses or buildings, whatever, to clean up, and she'll sometimes be the one that knows where this jewel is at, or where that jewel is at. Like, they steal jewels and stuff. They pretty much steal expensive shit, and then once they steal that, they'll sell it in order to make their money. You know, another character they should have had on this fucking cover is the chick, and that's Will's cousin Kate, because she's also part of this story. Well, not huge, almost a huge part in the story. But like I said, this is just a 1-volume thing, though. But honestly, you don't feel shit for these characters. You really won't. You're not gonna be like, oh damn, that sucks that this happened to him or that happened to him. Like, you're just not gonna feel a goddamn motherfucking thing for them. If they fucking died, you really wouldn't give a fuck. Like, just died, like, just be like, oh. I mean, but none of them die in this fucking story. And I'm already spoiling some of this shit for you, but I really don't give a fuck, because this manga, I mean, the name of this manga fits very well with this story. Like, in the beginning, they get into some shit. One of the guys that works for Will's uncle, who's actually a fucking drug dealer, and their name is like Roberto or Robel, something like that. He's a motherfucking kingpin, literally. Like, this motherfucker making money out the ass. But and then his daughter ends up getting kidnapped. And then, man, dude, the main character, Will, he has like a split personality disorder or some shit, because in that manga, he ends up like transforming into this other person named Cross. But it only happens when he gets hit really hard in the head, and then it's like his other persona comes out. And then that's when his name is Cross. And then he doesn't even know what the fuck's going on. Like he'll just as soon as he hits his head, and it's like he like hard enough, and it's like he'll snap out of it, and it's like he wakes up, and then he'd be like, where the fuck am I at? And they're like, oh, who's that guy right there trying to attack me? He just starts attacking anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it's like he's like a schizo personality, because the dude guy, the guy named Guy in there, the character named Guy, he even starts reading this book that says schizo personality disorder. Like, he's just looking up like that shit to see if that guy Will has that shit. But they don't. You know what? That's the problem with this shit. They doesn't go in depth into that. Like, does he actually have a split personality disorder? I mean, that's the only thing, the conclusion you can actually come to, because he just turns into a totally different person with a different personality. The guy Will is a straight up fucking pussy, but when he turns into Cross, he's like this brave guy and shit. You know, he's a brave person that has balls to like beat the fuck out of people. You know what I'm saying? And his cousin knows it, because his cousin Kate, she's the one that hits him, like makes him bang his fucking head so he can turn into Cross and start fighting the kidnappers. Oh, and then she can fight too. She know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't tell you that she can do that. It just shows you that she's a really sorry ass, sucky ass violin player. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't show until later on that she can actually fight. I don't understand why she didn't fight those motherfuckers in the beginning when she was getting kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? This whole story, the way it goes, is just kind of fucking whack. You know what I'm saying? Then it goes from that, like, the fucking drug dealer dude, the kingpin, their uncle, Will's uncle, I can't even remember the name, Roberto Rubel, whatever the fuck. One of his people that works for him, he ends up being like a kind of like a person that's trying to fuck him over, like a traitor type of motherfucker that isn't loyal to him. He kidnaps. He's the one that the main dude kidnaps his daughter. But what he's trying to actually do is steal these like jewels and shit in order for like and then it get exchanged for money. And then he's using his little trails, like where he passes through drugs and shit. Like, he's using that to like pass. He wants to pass like jewels and shit through there. So that was his main thing. But then like he ends up like fucking. He ends up fucking getting into it with the uncle that Roberto Rubel, whatever. My bad, I'm burping a lot because I have Red Bull. Yeah, he ends up at the end of it, he ends up getting arrested by the police. Nothing happens to the drug dealer dude. You know, he's still safe drug dealing his shit. I don't give a fuck that I'm spoiling this story for you, man. You know what I'm saying? This is trash ass story. And then it goes from that. It goes to that to once that whole little part is over. That whole part, it goes from that to Will looking for a fucking job, because the way it happens is like his uncle Roberto Rubel, whatever, he's living with his uncle, you know, and his cousin Kate in his mansion. But his allowance is $1,000 a month. Like, motherfucker, I wish I got $1,000 a month when I was a fucking kid. But, you know, this motherfucker got bread and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to work and he's getting $1,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? But he said he feels bad, so he's looking for a job. So what ends up happening is he's just searching for a job, and then once he goes to this place where there's a job opening, when he ends up seeing those people from the trash company again, and then he meets up with those people, and then he doesn't want to work with them, but he has no other choice because he's already there, so they make him work with the company trash. And oh yeah, look, I left that part out, but fucking the trash company, that they were actually trying to get those jewels from the drug dealer, that, you know what I'm saying, from Will's uncle Roberto, whatever. They were actually trying to get their hands on their jewels so they can steal that shit. But they actually helped out Will and Kate, escape out that place, that whole kidnapping. So, oh yeah, and there was this other guy who also helped Kate and Will escape, named Mel, who is like one of the people, who's the worker for the drug dealer, Roberto, whatever. Anyways, like, I'm jumping all over this bitch too, just like that fucking story. Like I said, Will ends up getting a job with a crew trash company, and then they hit up this house, and then this house, he doesn't even know it. Will doesn't know it, but his homeboy lives in that house. And he finds out after he gets there. I was like, oh, it's Morgan stays here. And then he finds out what the trash company is all about. And it's about stealing shit, cleaning and stealing shit. Anyways, they do end up, they end up in a big old fight all over again. And like I said, man, this story is just, man, this story should have just been about drug dealing, to be honest. This whole story should have just stuck to this whole drug deal thing. And the trash company being part of that whole drug dealing thing, man. They should have been the ones trying to kick in dough into that place, into that uncle's place. But yeah, their whole thing is to try to get the jewel. I can't even remember this jewel. It's like this one big jewel thing, and selling it. That's their main goal. And then Will finds out about it, like, oh, they're gonna steal my homeboy's jewel, and he ends up trying to call the cops, and they're like, oh, well, if you call the cops, we're gonna say you're a part of it, you're an associate. That means you're going to prison too. And yeah, I don't know. This whole thing happens. Like, I'm telling you this whole story, I'm spoiling it for you, man. And then at the end of it is so unexpected, man. Like, it just can't, like I said, how they say it came out of left field. Like, that ending was like unexpected, but it made me fucking laugh. So they're literally, I haven't even told you the good parts of it. I'm over here telling you the bad parts. The only good parts in here, to be honest, is that it made me laugh about 4 times. It was 4 times, like legit 4 times. That's it. I didn't find anything else that was actually legitimately good in this fucking story, in this whole manga. I mean, the name suits it pretty good because it's fucking hot garbage, hot trash. You know what I'm saying? As far as for like the art on there, the art is okay, you know. I mean, like I said many times before, I can't fucking draw for it. To me, I mean, it looks cool. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? But I know when something is super good, like perfect, like if it was gone, yeah, of course, I know that's super perfect good or whatever. Sometimes the story will make it up for me if like the art is not that great, you know, but the art here doesn't make up for the story. You know what I'm saying? Hot garbage, hot trash. That's all you gotta really fucking know about this manga. Like I said, you're not gonna feel shit for the characters. Trying to think of what else. I think that's about it, man, to be honest. Oh, you know what? There's another manga called Trash. Because I always search up, you know, what info I can find. Even after I finish reading it, I'll try to find out like a little bit more info on the thing I'm going to read or watch, like anime. I didn't see no anime for this shit, you know. So I'm guessing it was hot garbage. Too much of hot garbage that they decided not to make one. But there is another manga called Trash. The difference is like the period makes all the difference. So it's like trash with a period at the end of the word. And this doesn't have the period, but trash with the period at the end is like a totally different thing. Totally different story with different characters made by some other person, created by some other person. I can't even remember who. But yeah, I mean, that looks like it's gonna be would be more interesting to read than this hot garbage trash manga that I read. And I actually bought this manga for like, I don't even know, I think it was like $2 or $3 like a long time ago at this store. The same place I bought this other the other review I did, Demon City Shinjuku. The same place I bought that manga at, I bought this manga at too. Bought that shit there too. But yeah, I mean, if you want to read a trash story make sure you go get this, but don't get it for like $5 because it's really not worth it. If you want to read trash ass shit, make sure you get this, you know. So my score for that shit, to be honest, is a fucking 1 out of 7. I really don't give a fuck. It's a 1 out of 7 for being hot garbage. I don't care that it made me laugh about 4 times. Hot garbage ass shit, man. And I should have fucking done this review a long time ago, but I kept putting it off. Because every time I read it, like I said, I would feel so uninterested in it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Go check it out if you want to check out some hot garbage, trash ass shit. If you don't, stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? I highly recommend you stay away from it. You know, I don't mind reading trash shit, though. You know, that's just something... I just don't mind reading when it's trash, you know. I can get through it. It's like people say Boku no Pico is hot garbage, but I've never watched that shit in my life. I should though. But yeah, that's about it though, man. Peace.
Fight for a bruiser for saying those bull crap, whack song wax. You need to get smacks and back and rip that contract. Hey yo, I'm serious, Big L ain't playing games. I should get found and buck wild and start saying names.